you are allowing yourself to perceive all that is. And the feeling you get from that perception is the feeling of joy. Welcome to Worthiness Wednesdays. I'm Perry Gruber, the Enlightenment Guy. For over a decade, I've helped clients master their mindsets so they can create lives they love and get results without the burnout and the hustle. And today I want to talk about an epiphany, several epiphanies actually, that a client named Aaron realized in our session this week at the time of me making this video. He had so many realizations that I'm not going to be able to include them all in this video, but as a result of what he shared, I have 6 more videos I want to create based on his sharing because what he said was so good. And this is the case with all my clients. All of my clients are having epiphanies like Aaron is. What's really cool about Aaron is he's only been practicing for 2 years with me. And as he acknowledges in this session, you won't hear that part of the clip, but he acknowledges that the first year was really hard for him. It was a period of moving through a lot of negative momentum, negative beliefs that he had, which had him blaming people in his life experience for his life experience. But after we got through that first year, 2025, last year, was an amazing experience for him. And he gushed in this session about the epiphanies he has realized in the last 12 months of our time together. So in this episode, I want to talk about one of the things that Aaron talks about that is extremely profound and illustrates the nature of the insights gained through the advanced practice. Aaron is talking about being in the now versus being in the past or the future. But he's talking about the now from a perspective that most people don't understand. And so I'm going to clarify that. Then I'm going to play the clip. And then I'm going to amplify what Aaron shares. So here's the clarification. Most people think that the now is the present moment that we're sitting in, the present moment in which you're watching this video. But the now is not what human beings think is the present moment. That's the past. It's manifested, ED. The now, the present moment, is the unfolding reality I call the moment of becoming. It is the place from which you and I are constantly springing, and so is physical reality, including all of that which we're wanting. The trouble with standing in the present moment that humans think is the now is in that state, all things are manifested already. And when you look there, when you put your attention there, you keep creating more of what's manifested. In order to amplify and create deliberately, you have to focus in the moment of becoming, where things are becoming. That's where your home is, that's where your power is, and that's the place from which you create your reality. So even when you're standing in the present moment that humans think is the now, you're actually in the moment of becoming, and you're focusing in the past, which is manifested, what people call the now. It's not the now, it's the past. But in the moment of becoming, if you're standing in the present moment that people think is the present moment, you're using the moment of becoming to create what already exists in the past, which is what humans call the now. This sounds really confusing, but it's easy to see when you put this into practice. This is why the present moment tends to persist so well, because so many points of consciousness are focused on the now, which human beings think is the now, which is actually the past, which they call the present moment. The moment of becoming is much more expansive than that. The moment of becoming is the place where everything is happening all at once. And so when you put yourself there, you open yourself up to a vast collection of vibrational frequencies and harmonies and emergings that can feel overwhelming for someone who isn't used to being there at first. But over time, it becomes a delicious experience of clarity and awareness. And that's why in the positively focused practice, we talk about focusing there as the seat of your life experience rather than the human definition of the now, which is the past. So now I'm going to play the clip, and then I'm going to come back and amplify what Aaron is saying. Take a listen.
And you know what? I had this whole download the other day because I was thinking about, ooh, why do we spend so much time out of the present and in the past or in the future? And what
Yes.
I was thinking, what came to me was, when you're in the future or in the past, you can only be in one thought, and only that narrow of a focus, you can only receive sensation from that. But when you're in the
Yes.
present moment, you are fully open to all sensation, not one, but all. And I think people have a hard time coping with the sensation that comes from the present moment.
I would say it a little bit differently. I would say
Okay.
that people have been conditioned to
Oh, yeah.
believe what you said about
Yeah.
being in the past or the future is normal,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no awareness of being in the present moment.
And when they
Yeah,
finally start to, it's very overwhelming because there's a
that's
lot
right.
happening right now.
That's exactly
There's a
right.
lot
That's
happening
exactly
right
right.
now. Yeah.
That's exactly right. So, what Aaron is talking about here is what happens when a person puts themselves in the future or in what human beings call the past. The future and the past, as human beings perceive it, are not real. They are alternate dimensions that occur to the person who has put themselves in those places when they collapse their attention onto a single thought, belief, or belief constellation. And typically, when they do that, they experience negative emotion. For example, most people, when they think about a future event that they're wanting to happen, to the degree they don't believe it's possible, they get impatient because that future event does not exist in their now. Or, most people, when they think of the future, they're thinking of something bad that's going to happen. And because they're in that future, they're feeling bad because they don't want that thing to happen, but they're thinking of it happening in the future. And so in the moment, they're feeling bad. The same is true with the past. When people usually think about the past, sometimes they think about something good that happened in the past. And comparatively, that good thing that happened in the past isn't happening in their present. And so they feel bad or sad. Or they think of something, people call this trauma, what I'm about to say. They think of something that happened bad in the past. And so in the present moment, the moment of becoming, they're feeling bad. In all of those cases, when you're receiving a negative emotion like that because you've collapsed yourself onto a thought or a belief constellation that is not aligned with what you know at the deepest core self of yourself, what I call the broader perspective of you, when you're feeling that negative emotion is telling you something important. It's telling you to come out of the imaginary past or the imaginary future, focus in the moment of becoming, and do something in the moment of becoming that allows you to align with your broader perspective. Otherwise, if you continue feeling that bad emotion is telling you that in the future that you're moving into, that alternate probable future reality you're creating for yourself by virtue of thinking of that thought that has you feeling bad, those bad emotions, those bad feelings are telling you that that future probability, that future probable reality you're moving towards is not going to be a pleasant experience when you get there. Most people don't understand what emotions are for. Most people struggle with understanding how thoughts work. And almost everybody knows nothing about the moment of becoming. And so they flip-flop between the past, either past events that have happened in a past now moment, or the past, which is the which humans define as the now, or the future, which is an event that hasn't happened yet. Hardly anyone on the planet understands the potential, the power of the moment of becoming. But Aaron does. He can see now that when you stand in the moment of becoming, which is the true now, you are allowing yourself to perceive all that is. And the feeling you get from that perception is the feeling of joy, of bliss, of empowerment, of freedom. You're not bound to a single thought, whether it's a good thought, which can easily move you into impatience, or a bad thought, which moves you into disappointment or some other negative emotion. And there you can allow, in the moment of becoming, you can allow the universe to do its thing. Now, in a subsequent Worthiness Wednesday video, I'm going to talk about how the universe does its thing on your behalf when you stand in the present moment, the moment of becoming, and why that's such a delicious experience. But for now, I'm going to leave this Worthiness Wednesday episode here. I really appreciate Aaron's delicious insight. It's so clear to me and clear to him that he's getting the value of the positively focused practice. You can too. I've got space on my calendar, even though more clients are coming to me now. Feel free to reach out in the comments or contact me directly through my website at positivelyfocused.co. And in the meantime, I'll see you in the next video.